Hey everybody, I know we previously did a video of our old RV, and now that we are fully settled into our new one, I wanted to give you another tour so you can see what's different and what kind of changes we made during the upgrade. So let me start with, first of all, we don't have the Jeep anymore. We have this enormous Ram 3500 diesel truck that will be pulling our fifth wheel around. You can see it's quite big. It's kind of a badass. It's got little automated rails there for us to hop in and out. But this thing is going to be more than enough to tow everything we could possibly load up inside of our RV. So with that, let me take you inside.
You want to see the outside?
Sure.
Wow.
Take a step back. Kind of get an idea of the scale. Pretty big. It is called a Solitude by Grand Design. Alright. So you can see we have steps up where before we just had it was pretty low to the ground, just one step up. But come on in. First thing you see before we get inside is kind of our control panel. I won't go into a ton of detail, but we can control all the lights, the generator, gas and electric heat. We can see how all our water tanks are doing, as well as put the awnings and the slides in and out. So come on into the RV, and you can probably already see this is a lot more spacious. It has slides on both sides. What that does is instead of it being kind of a hallway that just gets wider, it's really more like a room now. You can see it's like more of a wide rectangle as opposed to a skinny hallway type space. Another big thing is we now have a kitchen island. Before we were doing all of our kitchen work kind of in these tiny little spaces here. We got all of that. We've got a nice sink, kind of much better fixtures, and kind of all the appliances are a good half step above what we had before. Previously we had a dinette with a couch around it. Now we have kind of a dedicated dinette and then a dedicated desk right over here. So that's a huge win for me. I'm no longer moving my computer equipment aside when I'm working between meals or things like that. I could kind of always keep my computer up and running here, and we always have a place to eat. Pantry and stuff, I think it's about the same, if not bigger. We've got a lot of space for kind of everything. You may remember previously in the old one we had the above the cab area that had bins. We were storing a lot of our kind of dry goods and stuff up there. It was really kind of a little tougher to get at. So now we have everything in one place and we can always see what we have. The refrigerator, also residential sized, runs off electric, not propane. And it's basically just as good as every refrigerator we've had in an apartment or a house before. It also has a dedicated ice machine. Before we were going twice a week probably to go get bags of ice, and now it's just always on demand. Simple pleasures that those of you that live in houses and apartments don't really have to deal with, but it's a great step up for us. Coming to the so-called living room area, you can see that we've got this nice counter space here. What this really is, though, is where our telescoping TV lives. So you press this little button, and ta-da, we got our nice big screen HD TV pops out. So you can have it up or down whether you want to look out the window or you want to watch TV. It's also got some great subwoofers under here, so we've got a really good audio system now too. And this will just finish popping up. Ta-da, and we're good to go. Up here we keep kind of our liquor cabinet. Ta-da. So that's not just kind of hiding on the counter space like we had to do before. And then trade positions with me. This is where we get to sit and watch TV from. We've got these two lounge chairs. They've got heat, massage, as well as a little button to bring the feet up. You can go almost horizontal here. Very relaxing. As well as some storage for remotes and other things like that here. Take a look at the nice sheepskin rug we have in front of the fireplace. This is an electric fireplace, and it's got some funky colors that you can scroll through, but it actually does heat. You can either have it heat or just for the fun lights. So that gives you a little seasonal vibe. Again, some more storage options up here, so much so that we're not even really fully using them yet. There's kind of a lot of space, and we can get a little more organized and store more stuff there if we need to. You also notice a ton more windows than what we used to have. You can see over here we've got big paneled windows. The other great thing is there's much better insulation and they're nice and shaded. So even when we're inside, we can kind of deflect a lot of that sunlight and glare out. And these, of course, come all the way So with that, let's go to the back area where the bathroom and the... Oh, before I go there, skip the spot. This couch folds out into a bed. So if anyone ever needs to stay the night and crash, you can come out here and it's a good full-size bed. All right, so follow me up into the bathroom. Much bigger shower. I couldn't even demo the old one, but you can see I can get in here and I can fully move around. And it even has like this nice rain spout here, as well as some side showers, probably a little bit close to see. And you can even sit down here on a little bench if you need to shave your legs or the like, or maybe you just get old. And of course, bidet as usual. That's the very first upgrade we do in every place we live.
As usual.
As usual. Mandatory. A lot more counter space here as well. I think before you saw there's a tiny little sink with a little bit of room for like a toothbrush or something to the side, but we've got a full medicine cabinet. We've got a nice counter space. We even have kind of like linen closet area here where we can store stuff, where before we were kind of making do with other storage options. And then here we are into the bedroom. Main piece is we got a king bed now. It used to be a queen, so we have a little more space. This entire thing actually has storage underneath. The old one, we had like a water tank under there, but you can see we've got a lot of extra storage under the bed. So really making use of that. Look at that. It also comes with this ottoman that rolls out. So you can sit on it, maybe to put your shoes on, as well as a little more storage there. And look at that, we haven't even used it yet. We're still finding uses for all of our extra storage that we have in this unit.
Oh, have more room for more clothes.
Exactly, or shoes, or whatever it is. You can see here we've also got a built-in dresser drawers. So we've got 3 drawers each here. This pops up and you can kind of put smaller stuff and jewelry inside.
And your gun.
And your gun. Another TV. They both are Roku TVs. They work with the same remote. So if you want to watch early morning soccer in bed, you can do that, or you can go out to the living room. A lot of mirrors here behind me. That's an addition as well. The old rig, we had a tiny little walk-in closet, but the net is that we end up with a lot more storage here. In fact, this slides here. Some people choose to put a washer dryer, either a combo unit or separate units in here. We elected not to, because everywhere we go seems to have great laundry options where you can do 3-4 loads at a time.
And we finally have a coat closet.
Exactly. So this isn't stored in some bin in the so-called attic anymore that's hard to get at. So everything's a lot more accessible. And then a couple drawers down here as well. Good USB and outlets on the side. There's pretty much nowhere in the RV that you're not a few feet away from a good power source as well. So that pretty much shows the new rig. We're really excited. It feels much better for someone who's doing full-time living. I think the Class C was great for traveling and really, picking up and going. But this is a lot better to live in 365 days a year if that's what you're doing. So we really love it. We can't wait to get on the road with it. And that'll be the next big challenge, hooking this thing up to the truck and heading down the highway. So thanks for listening, and I'll put a link to the old video down at the bottom as well, so you can do a side-by-side if you want. Cheers.
Adios.